As an introduction, we analyze the activity in the deliveries of the operators when they are loading the truck with the product. Rogers' ergonomic tool was used and the recommended weight limit was analyzed. Okay, now the history. Heineken Mexico was founded in 1890 by José Calderón Penilla, Isaac Garza Garza, Josep Maria Schneider, and José Muguerza. They are the most innovative brewing group in Mexico. And finally, the company is located in Monterrey, Nuevo León. And now we're gonna talk about the product description. Heineken have 13 brands as Heineken, Sol, Dos Equis, Carta Blanca, Tecate, Indio, Coors Light, and Strongbow. And they have 20 different products as beer.
The formulas that we use for this case are the LPR formula. LPR is recommended weight limit. In this formula, we have a lot of variables. MC is a coupling multiplier. MF means frequency multiplier. H is the horizontal location of the object forward. B is the vertical location of the load. D is the vertical distance traveled between the origin and the destination. And A is the angle. IL is the next formula. IL means survey index and is the weight of the object divided for the LPR. The tools that we use for this case is ENE-JUN, lifting, and Rogers method. In our case, ENE-JUN applies because the work of these people is raise boxes of beer, and they do this activity all the day, and they can get a serious injuries. With this method, we can see the burden they have on the activity. And the other method, Rogers, is based on evaluating the amount of fatigue that accumulates in the muscle during various work patterns in periods of 5 minutes of work. We want to see the condition in which they have these workers, and if it's not optimal, to improve some, and if the conditions are not optimal, to implement an improvement. Next, we have the video of the workers doing the activities, and we're gonna see how to implement these methods.
And then we decided to use the recommended weight limit, and we analyzed the different factors and values like the horizontal multiplier factor, the vertical multiplier factor, the distance multiplier factor, which is the difference between the highest and the lowest point, the frequency multiplier factor, the asymmetric multiplier factor, and the coupling multiplier factor. Now we introduce the values to the formula, and we have two different results. The first one is in pounds and second one is in kilograms. The first one is 6.59 pounds And finally the second one is 2.98 kilograms. And finally we calculated the lifting index, which is the division between the box's weight and the recommended weight limit. And as you can see, we have a result of 1.33, which is bigger than 1. So we can say that this is a danger activity for the operator.
Now that we know that the activity is risky, we will evaluate the parts of the body with more risk of injury with the Rogers method. First, we can see that the neck is correctly aligned with the body in all the activity, so there is not big risk, so we will take it as light effort. To evaluate the shoulders and back, we saw the characteristics of the activity that must be worked with the arms separate of the body and beyond the height of the head, so we take heavy and moderate effort respectively. Since most of the time he has his arms outstretched, that part of the body will be taken as a heavy effort. The worker doesn't have good grip, and because he works with loads considered moderate effort will be taken in the hands. And because he moves the weight of the body from one side of the other, the legs will be a moderate effort too. Finally, we see that the frequency of effort is approx 30 per minute, so it will be heavy work, and each action lasts a very short time, so it will be a light duration. As a result, we see that there is a great risk of work on the shoulders and arms, so this must be immediately resolved to avoid future injuries. There is a moderate risk in the back, wrist and leg, and very low risk in the head.
Improvement areas. Modify the structure of the trailer, adding a mechanical pulley or some kind of winch, assisted with a rail from the way back to the front, to improve an easy moving side to side. With this modification, the worker will have to drag all the boxes one by one. The only effort that is gonna take is to put them up in order and put it to the trailers. Eliminated risk. Injuries related with the upper area, broken product, bad maneuvers, and fatigue.
The cost of improvement is around of 424 pesos for a one pulley and 319 pesos for a 20 meters of rope. This one can be reduced to 2 ropes of 10 meters. These prices are per bus of delivery truck. We agreed that most important cumulative trauma disorders that we could possibly delay in this job are lateral epicondylitis, rotator cuff tendonitis, and carpal tunnel syndrome. In most of cases, the tasks that produce cumulative trauma disorders are the ones we pay less attention to because they seem to be the easiest ones. In this case, workers most likely don't even feel the effort they done at work because it's something they do in a fast way. Besides, there is a lot of time wasted between each task due to the time it takes to move the objects from one place to another.
Thank you.